Welcome back to all Gen X film fanatics. This is part one of the most popular directors of Gen X years. Today, we're jumping headfirst into the movies from three directors that profoundly shaped Gen X, the ones we quoted endlessly, rewatched religiously, and absolutely lived by. We're spotlighting the most iconic directors from 1970 to 1989, the filmmakers who not only defined our culture but also our worldview. These directors didn't just simply make movies, they created the very soundtrack to our youth and formative years. They gave us unforgettable heroes, and they captured both our wildest dreams and deepest angst. We'll explore in detail how their stories became intrinsically ours, and examine closely why they still profoundly matter today. So grab your favorite totally retro snack, get comfy and settle in, and get ready for some fun facts, plus behind-the-scenes trivia, and a totally awesome ton of nostalgia. Are you totally ready for this? Let's dive right in. Let's roll that tape. When we think about teen movies that truly resonate, that capture the essence of adolescence, one name rises above the rest. First up, the undisputed king of the teen movie, John Hughes, a visionary filmmaker who understood the complexities of being a teenager like no other. Hughes was more than a director, he was a cultural phenomenon. He was the voice of every misunderstood teen in the 1980s, giving them a platform and validating their experiences. He tapped into the anxieties, the dreams, and the frustrations of a generation. He gave us 16 Candles, a coming-of-age story that perfectly encapsulates the awkwardness and yearning of teenage life. The Breakfast Club, a film that broke down social barriers and showed us that we're all more than just our stereotypes. And Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a celebration of youth, freedom, and the importance of seizing the moment. These movies became more than just entertainment. They became the Gen X Bible, shaping the way a generation saw themselves and the world around them. The Breakfast Club wasn't just detention, it was a microcosm of high school society, a place where jocks, nerds, princesses, and rebels could come together and find common ground. It was a revelation, a reminder that beneath the surface, we all share the same fears, insecurities, and desires. 5 kids one Saturday stuck in detention together. And through their shared experience, they came to the realization that we're all more alike than we thought, breaking down the walls that divide us. Ferris Bueller? He made skipping school look like an art form, a masterclass in mischief and living life to the fullest. And he gave us the mantra, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. A simple yet profound message that resonates with audiences of all ages. Hughes treated teen problems seriously, never condescending or trivializing their struggles. He had a unique gift for blending humor and heart in a way that made us feel seen, understood, and validated. His movies were packed with moments we still talk about, scenes that have become ingrained in our collective memory. Molly Ringwald's birthday, a moment of teenage angst and longing that we can all relate to. Judd Nelson's fist pump, a symbol of rebellion, defiance, and the triumph of the underdog. Ferris on the parade float, an iconic image of carefree joy and the celebration of life. Before Hollywood, Hughes was a Chicago ad man, honing his storytelling skills in the world of advertising. He learned to tell stories quickly and with heart, a skill that would serve him well in his filmmaking career. He started at National Lampoon, wrote Vacation, a raunchy and hilarious comedy that showcased his comedic talent. And then he turned his attention to the teen experience and changed teen movies forever, elevating the genre to new heights. Hughes's magic, making us laugh with his sharp wit and relatable humor, then hitting us with real emotion, leaving us both entertained and deeply moved. Like in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, a comedy masterpiece that explores themes of friendship, empathy, and the human condition. His soundtracks were legendary. Simple Minds, OMD, The Psychedelic Furs, curating a collection of songs that perfectly captured the mood and spirit of his films. He was instrumental in introducing us to the new wave and alternative music, expanding our musical horizons and shaping the sound of a generation. The music wasn't just background, it was an integral part of the storytelling, enhancing the emotional impact of each scene. It was the soul of the film, giving voice to the unspoken feelings and desires of the characters. Not every film was a hit, even the best directors have their missteps. Curly Sue, anyone? A film that, while not his finest work, still holds a special place in the hearts of some. But despite any occasional setbacks, his legacy is untouchable. His impact on cinema undeniable. For a decade, Hughes was the voice of a generation, capturing the zeitgeist of the 1980s with his authentic and relatable stories. He was a master of his craft, making movies that were funny, smart, and deeply relatable, resonating with audiences on a profound level. He gave us characters who felt like friends, flawed and complex individuals that we could root for and see ourselves in. And he made us feel less alone in our awkward years, reminding us that everyone goes through the same struggles and insecurities. His influence is everywhere, in the teen movies we watch today, in the way stories are told, and in the characters we connect with. From Clueless to Easy A, modern filmmakers continue to draw inspiration from Hughes' work, paying homage to his iconic style and themes. Every teen movie owes him a debt, acknowledging his pioneering contributions to the genre and his lasting impact on popular culture. He proved you could make movies about young people that were intelligent, insightful, and emotionally resonant. Movies that were both box office hits and genuinely good, defying the notion that teen movies had to be shallow or formulaic. So here's to John Hughes, a true visionary, a master storyteller, and the poet laureate of teen angst. The man who made detention cool, turning a punishment into an opportunity for self-discovery and connection. He made us believe in the perfect day off, inspiring us to embrace spontaneity and find joy in the simple things, and reminded us we're all a little bit of everything, challenging stereotypes and celebrating the diversity of the human experience. Thank you, John, for getting it so right, for understanding us, and for giving us the movies that shaped a generation. Next up, a name that has become synonymous with the very essence of movie magic. A name that evokes feelings of wonder, excitement, and pure cinematic joy. Steven Spielberg, a visionary filmmaker whose work has not only entertained us, but has also profoundly shaped the landscape of modern cinema. Spielberg didn't just direct films, he crafted experiences. He directed our childhood dreams, shaping our perceptions of the world and igniting our imaginations with every frame. Jaws made us afraid to swim in the ocean, turning a simple beach trip into a heart-pounding thriller. Close Encounters made us look to the stars with a sense of hopeful anticipation, wondering if we too might witness something extraordinary. And E.T. made us believe in the power of friendship, the magic of connection, and the boundless possibilities of wonder. Raiders of the Lost Ark, pure, unadulterated adventure with Harrison Ford as the ultimate charismatic hero, facing impossible odds with a whip and a wry smile. Spielberg knew how to create suspense that kept us on the edge of our seats, excitement that made our hearts race, and awe that left us breathless. He had the unique ability to make the ordinary feel extraordinary, transforming everyday moments into unforgettable cinematic experiences. He started as a young, ambitious TV director, honing his craft and dreaming of bigger stories. But Jaws, the groundbreaking thriller, launched him into legend status, forever changing the way movies were made and consumed, inventing in the process the very concept of the summer blockbuster, a cinematic event that drew massive crowds and dominated the cultural conversation. His movies made us believe that anything could happen, that the impossible was, in fact, entirely possible. Aliens could land in your backyard, pirate ships could be hidden in underground caves, and dinosaurs could roam freely in theme parks. Even his flops, like the ambitious but ultimately unsuccessful 1941, taught him invaluable lessons about storytelling and filmmaking, and ultimately made his triumphant comebacks even stronger and more impactful. Spielberg's resilience and determination were as legendary as his blockbuster hits, proving that even after a setback, he could bounce back with unparalleled creativity, giving us masterpieces like Raiders of the Lost Ark and E.T., two of the biggest, most beloved, and most influential films ever created. His films brought us together as families, as communities, and as a generation, sparking conversations and debates that everyone talked about the next day at school, around the water cooler, and at dinner tables across the world. Spielberg's innate sense of wonder, his unparalleled ability to see the world through the wide, innocent eyes of a child, irrevocably defined the Gen X movie experience, shaping our tastes and expectations for what cinema could be. He transformed movies into cultural events, creating anticipation and excitement that extended far beyond the screen, shared experiences that shaped our collective imaginations and left an indelible mark on our cultural consciousness. From the terrifying shores of Amity Island to the magical forests where E.T. soared through the sky on a bicycle, Spielberg was our trusted guide, leading us through realms of terror, wonder, and everything beautiful and strange in between. A true master storyteller, a cinematic visionary, and a director who, more than anyone else, made our generation's movie-going experience utterly unforgettable. You can't mention Spielberg without his friend, a fellow visionary who reshaped the landscape of cinema, the creator of a galaxy far, far away, George Lucas, a name synonymous with groundbreaking storytelling and technological innovation. Lucas didn't just make movies, he built universes, crafting intricate worlds filled with compelling characters and timeless narratives. He wasn't just a director, he was an architect of imagination. Before Star Wars, he gave us American Graffiti, a film that captured the essence of a generation. A nostalgic look at the early 60s that captured the bittersweet end of youth, the cusp of adulthood, and the freedom of the open road. It was a love letter to a bygone era. But 1977 changed everything. The world was about to witness a phenomenon unlike any other. Star Wars wasn't just a film, it was a cultural reset. It was a cultural earthquake, a seismic shift in how movies were made, marketed, and experienced. The opening shot, that iconic pan down to reveal the immense Star Destroyer, the lived-in universe, the droids and lightsabers, elements that instantly captivated audiences and sparked their imaginations. Nothing like it had ever been seen, a visual spectacle that redefined the possibilities of cinematic storytelling. Lucas revolutionized special effects, pushing the boundaries of what was achievable on screen, founding Industrial Light and Magic to make his vision real, a company that would become synonymous with groundbreaking visual effects. He understood merchandising like no one else, recognizing the potential to extend the Star Wars experience beyond the theater. Action figures, lunchboxes, you name it. Star Wars became a cultural phenomenon that permeated every aspect of popular culture. Lucas started as an indie filmmaker, driven by a passion for visual storytelling and a desire to experiment with the cinematic form. More interested in visuals and sound than actors, he sought to create immersive experiences that transcended traditional narrative structures. But Star Wars was more than effects. It resonated with audiences on a deeper emotional level. At its heart, it was a mythic hero's journey, a timeless tale of courage, sacrifice, and self-discovery, good versus evil, hope, and redemption. Themes that continue to resonate with audiences of all ages. Luke Skywalker's rise from farm boy to Jedi, a transformation that inspired millions to believe in their own potential, inspired every kid who dreamed of something bigger, something beyond the ordinary. Not every Lucas project was gold. Even the most visionary filmmakers have their missteps. Howard the Duck, anyone? A reminder that even the Force can occasionally lead you astray. But his impact is undeniable. His contributions to cinema are immeasurable. The original Star Wars trilogy became the mythology of Gen X, shaping their worldview and inspiring their creativity, teaching us about hope, rebellion, and the power of imagination, values that continue to resonate in a complex world. Lucas didn't just make a movie, he sparked a cultural phenomenon that continues to evolve and inspire. He created a modern myth that's still passed down today from parents to children, generation after generation. He opened our minds to infinite possibilities, igniting our curiosity about the universe and our place within it, and gave us a universe to dream in, a galaxy far, far away that will forever hold a special place in our hearts. What a journey. Hughes, Spielberg, Lucas, these directors shaped our imaginations and defined a generation. Their films are the DNA of Gen X, instantly transporting us back in time. From high school hallways to galaxies far away, these stories are part of who we are. If you enjoyed this trip, hit like, subscribe, and let us know your favorite director or movie in the comments. Who did we miss? Who do you think will show up in part 2? Don't worry, this is just part 1. Stay tuned for more legendary directors in our next video. Thanks for watching and sharing this journey. Remember, we belong to the greatest generation ever, Generation X. Keep being awesome. Stay healthy and God bless. Roll credits.